Hey Earth signs, welcome to your monthly forecast reading for May. So I'm going to have a separate reading for each sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It doesn't really matter where in your chart these energies are as long as you resonate with them. Most likely Sun, Moon, Rising, possibly Venus. So we're going to have sort of just a tarot reading, an overview of the month, and then a couple cards from the romance angels to get more into like kind of the love scopes for the month, and then some advice. So yeah, if once you're ready, just go ahead down below, click the timestamps for your sign, and I will see you there. Hello Taurus, welcome to your reading. Yeah, so this is just, before I get into the reading, I just want to clarify, this is a general reading. So not everything will resonate with you. It might all resonate with you. It depends. But since it is going to be like a bunch of different people, there's a chance that not everything does. So if something doesn't, just like let it go, let it glow and let it flow. Okay, so I mean, in general, this is like a really good month for you. So the overall energy here we have is the sun, which is kind of your theme for the month. So it really just is like a very happy and positive month for you, which is nice because it's like your birthday month, right? Or most of it is anyway, until we flip into Gemini season. But so overall, like it's just a really positive sort of month. And I think because we're coming now into, well, depending on where you live, we're coming into like warmer weather, everything's sunnier and brighter. And you're coming out of this state of, we have on the bottom of the deck here, we have the Ten of Swords. And then underneath that is the Hermit. So I think you're very much coming out of a space of heightened anxiety, of needing to be sort of on your own to like process these things and this kind of like mental burden that you had. And now you're seeing the light on the other side there. The sun is finally shining into your life and everything feels good. So for the first week of May, we have the Three of Cups. So it's possible that your birthday there is in the first week there. Three of Cups is a very celebratory card. So it's all about like having fun with friends, and just like having a good time, enjoying yourself, sort of like sisterhood. Like it's just a really happy sort of card, like a very celebratory card. So if you're having like a birthday party or something, I think it's gonna be a good time. And in the second week of May, we have the Strength card. So I feel like you have just gained a lot of strength. Like after this, you needed to go through this period of anxiety and this period of like being alone and on your own and kind of figuring things out to come into this space where you feel like you have this strength finally, like you have this mental agility, this like just sort of like boss bitch energy. You're like, hell yeah. Like you know that you can handle everything. You've got it. You're kind of just standing in your power. You feel strong and you feel secure and you feel solid, it's a good space to be for Taurus. And then we move into the third week of May. We have the Four of Wands, which is really, really beautiful. So if this is resonating for you in a sense of like your love life, I feel like there's kind of a deeper sense of commitment here. Like if you're in a relationship, the commitment or the connection is deepening. If you're not in a relationship and like you're maybe just kind of talking to somebody, you're seeing someone that might move into a space of commitment or connection. If it doesn't have anything to do with love, it's just a real sense of stability, like happy kind of stability, just very stable, very grounded, very stable, very tied in with this kind of strength energy. Like you have your foundations there. Nothing's gonna like rock it or shake it. It's there, it's yours, enjoy it. And then the fourth week of May, we have the Page of Wands. So I think that this is you sort of taking more action towards your passions. The Page of Wands is very much, or wands in general are very much about like sort of spirit and like guidance and stuff like that. And like wands are also like passions and excitement and like the fiery fun things of life. So this could go either way. It could be you taking action towards your passions and sort of like verbalizing your passions, because pages are very much about communication. Or it could be somebody who is potentially a fire sign or has strong sort of like youthful, fiery kind of energy coming towards you with communication. It doesn't have to be romantically, it's likely romantically. I think it probably is for a lot of you. This is maybe another person who is coming towards you with communication, somebody who is not necessarily younger than you, but who is like youthful in their energy anyway. And this kind of leads into the love landscapes cards, which I think tie into that a lot. You have passion and wands, very, very passionate, obviously. So it's somebody who is like sort of leading with their heart, leading with their passions, leading with excitement and fun. Like they don't get caught up in their sort of like mind too much. If it feels good, then it must be good is kind of their motto, I guess, for things. So it is, whatever this is a really passionate sort of connection. But there are also things that you need to kind of pay attention to in it. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're like somebody that you shouldn't get involved with, but I think it's more so pay attention to things that maybe sort of cross your boundaries or are potentially going to put you back into this like Ten of Swords energy. Just really stay in your power and notice kind of the signs around you. The signs and everything you're seeing, everything you're connected to will tell you sort of whether or not this is something that is good for you. If you just trust yourself, if you just trust what you're seeing and what you're feeling like intuitively, then yeah, you'll know whether or not this is a person that is to be trusted or whether or not these passions are something that you should be following that are like beneficial to you. And I think that goes well with, because you are very divinely connected this month. We have Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realm. So there are people, beings, energies, whatever, in other realms that are really, really helping you this month. Like, because you're such in a place of like inner strength, groundedness, and like enjoying life, it's easier for them to help you out and to kind of like orchestrate your life. So just pay attention to that. Pay attention to how they're helping you out. Be in tune with it. And then take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So this isn't the time to like really, especially here in the beginning of the month, like it's really just about enjoying yourself. You don't have to worry too much about like, oh no, I need to work hard to make money. Like money is there for you. Abundance is there for you. All these things are there for us if we just kind of like allow them to be. And that's kind of the message here. Like things take time. You can't expect, especially if you are embarking on a project, you can't expect it to be done like immediately. Like if you want to write a book, it's going to take however many months to be able to write this book. You can't just rush through it. Rushing through things, rushing through life just kind of like negates the purpose of it. So really just take your time, take a break, enjoy yourself, enjoy the process, because this is like an amazing month for you. Like, this is just fantastic energy. So I'm really happy for you, Taurus. A little bit jealous maybe, kind of wish I was a Taurus right now. But yeah, man, like enjoy it, because there's so much good here for you. I don't even have that much more to say. Like it's just pretty much all positive stuff. Like you just obviously just be a bit like aware. Don't get too caught up in, I don't know, just have fun. Like it seems to be a message for a lot of people right now, and May very much seems like a good month to just have fun. Like just let loose. The drudge of winter is over. Just have fun, okay? So that is what I have for you here, Taurus. I know it's pretty short, but there was like, the message is just, it's pretty clear out there. So I hope that resonated with you. Let me know if it did. And hopefully I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the month of May. So I'm just gonna say this is a general reading, so it might not all resonate with you. If it doesn't, if a message doesn't feel like it's meant for you, then just let it go and take what does resonate. Again, it doesn't really matter where Virgo is in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just resonate with the energy of Virgo, it's all good, man. Okay, so we'll get into your reading here. So I have for the overall energy, of the month of May here for you is the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like that's kind of the space that you're in right now. And there's a lot of Pentacles energy here, like a lot. So it's very much a month focused on sort of the external world, the material world, your finances, your work, which is very Virgo anyway, right? You guys are usually focused on that kind of stuff. So I feel like you've kind of been working towards something, whether it's a project or whether it's something in the material world. So it's like potentially a business idea that you're kind of crafting. There's something that a project that you have on the go that you are just kind of slowly moving through, and that's good. That's good energy. It's like the slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. It's good to take your time and to allow it to take form as you kind of go along with it. So that's kind of the energy that you're in this month. And what I have on the bottom of the deck here was the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like you were also kind of, there's something that you're waiting for that's kind of causing you to move more slowly than maybe you would like to, because the Knight of Pentacles is a rather slow mover. And you're just kind of waiting on something. Like you've planted the seeds and you're kind of waiting for the fruits of your labor to be revealed. And there's the Ace of Cups underneath of it, so it could also be connected to like a love relationship. That's possible. I don't think that's for most people, but maybe one or two of you. So for the first week of May, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So in the first week here, the beginning of the month, you're feeling very secure. You're feeling fine. You feel like your finances are good. Your home life is good. Everything is just good. It's exactly where you want it to be. Things are moving in a direction that you are happy with at the moment. And they're working you just feel very fulfilled, very materially fulfilled, very grounded. Yeah. It's just a good energy. Like everything's just pretty good in the material world. Like, no, not even pretty good. It's like excellent. Like the Ten of Pentacles is very, very good, but it's also kind of the end of one cycle. Like you went through all these steps to get to this point. So it's kind of like enjoying the fruits of your labor. Maybe whatever it was that you were waiting on has kind of come to fruition through your careful movement and your hard work and dedication and commitment to it. You're now able to enjoy these fruits of your labor, which the sentiment is very echoed in the second week of May with the World, which is sort of the end of a cycle. And the tens are also like ends of cycles. Like the World it's the last card, it's the final thing. So everything has just come together and it's just feeling very good. Everything is feeling very good. It's such a good space to be in. Like the World is it's such a good energy, but it's such a difficult card to pin down because it is everything. So like, but especially following the Ten of Pentacles here, I think it's just kind of the same theme is carried through into the second week here, where you're still sort of just enjoying this world that you have created. You did it. You did it, Virgo. Your commitment and your dedication and your hard work has paid off, and now you can enjoy it all. And then something happens here into the third and fourth week, where you're in the third week here in this energy of the Five of Pentacles. So something happens here, and I think this has to do with the advice that we have here. Something happens to kind of knock you out of this sense of bliss, out of this sense of material security, because it is still Pentacles, so it's a material energy. So maybe there's like a big expense or something that you need to pay for, and it just kind of puts you in this state of like, oh, or it's back to that typical Virgo energy of like, okay, well, this cycle is completed, so now what? Like, I've enjoyed this, I've kind of reaped my rewards from this, but I want more. Like, there's more to go. So you're kind of putting yourself in this state of like, missing out on something. Like there's always something missing. You can only enjoy things for so long until you realize that, oh, there's more to go. There's more that I can achieve. There's more that I can do. And that's kind of the energy you're really in here. And especially into the 4th week of the month, we have the 5 of Cups. So 5 is kind of a theme here. It might be an important number for you. The 5 of Cups is very much about like not crying over spilled milk or crying over spilled milk kind of a thing. So yeah, I think in the theme of this, it's like your finances have taken a hit at some point here, or you just feel like, well, there could have been more, it wasn't enough, and like now you're kind of emotionally feeling that the weight of that, and it's kind of giving you pause and making you go into that space of like, well, like, shit, what happened? I was feeling so good here, and now I'm like upset over it. And this very much, I'm going to go into the advice actually right away for that, because one of the cards that we got for you was Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And I think that this really ties into something happens here in the 3rd week to really trigger you back into this state of like not feeling on top of the world like you should, because this, I mean, likely didn't go anywhere. You still have half of your pentacles at least. So like you're doing all right, but it really does trigger you into these feelings of emotion. So just really pay attention to what that is and whether or not it is just an internal mechanism, a habit that you have had throughout your whole life that kind of puts you back into this state, because it could just be a mental thing where you're kind of mentally blocking yourself from really enjoying what you've achieved. Like you never allow yourself to really feel your successes, which you should, because a success is a success and you should feel that. You don't have to just mope in your failures, like you can revel in your successes. You're allowed to be happy with yourself. You're allowed to feel proud of yourself, okay? And just notice these patterns that you have here, and then that will kind of maybe circumvent this. If you start to notice it and start to pay attention to it and maybe start to alter your thinking, then it'll help kind of alleviate this feeling of like, oh fuck, right? And this here, the other card guidance we have for you is Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So really pay attention to that here, Virgo, because I think it's really talking about leading yourself as opposed to being led by these anxieties of not enough, but you need to step up and take the lead for yourself and be like, you know what, no, it is. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. And I'm going to continue to do great because I'm a hard worker. I care. I'm committed. I'm dedicated. I'm disciplined. You are all of these things. And it's okay to like, to enjoy that. It's okay to be proud of yourself for that. Those are great qualities. You don't have to always be stuck in those anxieties, right? And those are also excellent qualities in a leader. So if you're in some kind of a leadership position, really acknowledge that. Acknowledge that you are a leader and that you are setting kind of the standard for people. You're setting an example for whoever it is you're leading. And you don't have to add that as like extra pressure to yourself, but more of like damn, like I'm really doing this. Like I'm great. And then we have a couple cards for your love life, which I don't think is the focus at all this month. I think the focus this month is really, really on your material world, your finances, your career, your leadership role in life, and your own sort of like inner demons. But we got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, and playfulness, which has been a theme in every single reading that I've done for this month. There's a really strong message, and I really want you to listen to this, to have fun. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Don't get caught up in this energy. Enjoy yourself, because that's how you create this sort of chemistry. That's how you create this magnetic attraction. You create a magnetic attraction by having fun and by being yourself and by being lighthearted. And that goes for love. It also goes for finances. Abundance is attracted to you when you're enjoying the abundance that you already have in your life. So I want you to really pay attention to that because I think this is a very pivotal month for this, and for whatever project it is that you're working on. This is a good big month for that. Enjoy your successes and don't get caught up in what could be or what could have been. Just enjoy yourself, okay? Because you are powerful, you are a leader, you have the ability to lead others and to lead yourself into a better state, okay? So I hope that that really resonated with you. If it did, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear it. I would also really love to see you around again. So I hope I do. Thanks, Virgo. Bye. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the month of May. So I just want to say that because this is a general reading, not everything, it might not all resonate with you, every message in it. So just take what does resonate and leave whatever doesn't. This is I'm getting like a lot of really strong energy from Capricorn this month. I feel like you just went through like a lot. I can't even like form words right now. I say so much. Yeah, so big month. So yeah, whatever resonates, take it, leave whatever doesn't. And I'm gonna get started then here with your overall energy for the month. We have is the Three of Cups. And what we had on the bottom of the deck here, because I think it's very, very related, is the Tower. And we had the Tower over top of the High Priestess, and that in combination with a bunch of your advice cards, which we'll get into, very much indicates that you went through a huge like spiritual awakening, like a huge soul-shaking sort of transformation quite recently, probably throughout all of April. That was what happened here, and it's connected to something. Holy crap, Capricorn. It's connected to something that you had felt was kind of tying you down. Whatever those chains were, they've broken free. Maybe you had a breakup in April or March or something, but something happened to trigger this like awakening here, and you went through it. You've really been through it. So I feel for you, but you're coming now more into a space of like happiness and joy. And I think this is something you need to lean into, is having fun and like enjoying yourself this month. Like really, really just enjoy yourself this month, okay? Because you've been through it. You went through that awakening. I mean, you're still going through it, but it's kind of in calmer waters now. It's not as turbulent as it was. And we see there's a lot of like really strong energy here for you. So in the first week of May, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is very much your energy, is very grounded, nurturing. You're in a sense of like a very grounded place now after this sort of like huge amount of like turbulence. You're feeling more secure in your present world. You're feeling, it's very focused on like the material world and stuff. So like materially, you feel very secure and safe. And this is kind of your safe place, is the physical realm. This like spiritual side of things is a bit more like not, I don't know, I keep wanting to say uncommon. It's not uncommon ground. It's like a space that you're not as used to living in, because Capricorn is very, very earthy sign naturally. So you feel more comfortable in this. So you're kind of taking solace in your physical realm. If you have a cat, I don't know why, like there's cats on all of these cards, but for some reason this one is really, really speaking to me. So there's somebody out there who has a cat who is watching this, and their cat, like, you have a really strong, special bond with your cat. So be very happy for that, because they're such a support system to you and they have been such a support system to you. That's a really specific message. So whoever that's for, please take it. Anybody else, I don't own a cat, so it's not for me. I'm also not a Capricorn. But, so yeah, just enjoy this period of just being secure and happy with where you're at, and like kind of resting in that, because you do need to rest after this sort of like spiritual transformation. it's not going to keep like battering you right now. You've gone through it. You're moving into calmer waters. This comes with the Six of Swords later on, but it's fine now. You have time. You can relax and just chill. You can enjoy time with your cat, hang out with your cat, and just chill. And then in the second week of May, I got 2 cards. Well, they came out twice actually, and I was like, I just want 1 card, but then they came out again, so I was like, all right. So we have the 4 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, and it actually came out like this. So I think that there's a huge theme of romance here for you as well. In addition to the spiritual transformation, romance is a very big theme for this month. So I think there's something like you did probably go through a breakup, and then maybe you're in this state of like sort of bereft, like sort of crying over spilled milk, like maybe you didn't want this to happen, but like kind of it needed to be done or something. And that's kind of the energy you were in, and it was very much like, well, now I'm just gonna be alone. Like, this was the only thing that was there for me. I don't think I could be with anybody else, but there is somebody else there. And this is like a stable, good thing for you. And that comes up with because like we have the romance angels cards as well. We have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And wedding, this situation involves marriage. So whatever other thing was going on here, you didn't have to have a breakup. Obviously, that's not going to be for everybody. But if you did, like, there is something else out for you, and that relationship ended so that you could come into this other one that is way better for you. Or it could be restarting with somebody from the past. Like, there's a lot of different messages here for different people. But whatever it is for you, it's a good thing. Like, this is it. This is the big one, or one of the big ones anyway. This is a good, committed, like, this relationship will not lead you astray. This isn't one that's gonna like play with your heart or mess with you. It's not gonna be a bunch of mind games. It's none of that. This is the real deal. And like the 4 of Wands is also a twin flame card. So if that resonates with you, then this is kind of a confirmation of that's moving into a better space now that you've kind of cleared out the old. There's now made way for this 4 of Wands to come in. And I think in the 3rd week of May here, you really recognize that with the 6 of Swords, which is about moving into calmer waters. So you're coming out of that space of sort of like fighting with yourself, fighting with somebody else, fighting with your thoughts of like, should I do this? Is this the right move? Is this something I need to do? And having all these turbulent feelings and emotions and thoughts that were really kind of rocking the boat here. But now you're moving forward into a much more mentally stable place, a much more physically stable place, a much more like passionately stable place. You're just moving into more stability. So really enjoy it, because that's great. It's a good place to be in. And you're moving into this space of the Queen of Wands, which is, you're coming from, it's kind of an interesting little bookmark for the reading. You're coming from the Queen of Pentacles into the Queen of Wands. So you're moving from this space of like sort of resting in your material world, and then actively creating your world, I guess, in a sense. Like, there's passion reignited there. There's a sense of real drive and gusto, and Capricorn is a very driven energy anyway. But here especially, you're very, very driven at the end of this month to create whatever it is here. And I think it might be connected to this like relationship that's there, this connection. You feel very passionately about it, and that's real. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. This is not going to lead you astray. So move out of that state of anxiety. You're moving out of that and trusting in it. And that's really good. And I mean, you might be getting married. Some of you might be getting married, and that's great. If not, it's a potential for marriage. It's just, this is a committed relationship. So 4 of Wands is also kind of a marriage card. So you have like 2 wedding cards, which is cool. 'Tis the season for weddings, right? Once we all get out of isolation. But it is very like committed connection. Like this is kind of what you have been waiting for. This is what you deserve. This is what you want. And you're feeling the energy there to create it, to take a part in it. You're not still in that Five of Cups energy of like not wanting to, or like not having the energy for it. You feel energized, you feel determined, you feel like good. So we have some advice for you as well here. Transformation, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So that is very much connected to this Tower card here. It's like you have gone through a really, really deep spiritual transformation quite recently. And now you're in this state of like everything got stirred up. Now it's kind of rearranging itself into how it is supposed to be. Things are changing at a cellular level. Your cells are like rearranging, healing themselves. Things are happening. Which actually, yeah, the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. This Tower moment, this was for you. It was for your highest good. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it really shakes up the foundations. It cracks the foundations. It brings the whole building down, but it's supposed to happen. It's happening for you. This is for the best. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So I think it is very much connected to, well, it's a spiritual transformation, it's an awakening, and a lot of that comes down to changing family patterns. If it wasn't like a romantic breakup, you might have had some sort of like disconnect with your family that you're kind of healing now internally. Like you're healing these patterns internally, and that is for the best. Not only just for yourself, but for your whole lineage, for all of your ancestors, for all of your past lives, for everybody. It is for the best. The best thing that you can do is just go through it and enjoy it too, because there's so much to enjoy here. Yeah. Oh, actually, something interesting came up here as well, because the Three of Cups, sometimes people talk about it as like an infidelity kind of card, which infidelity, I don't think it's so much that. I think maybe you had more than one person that you were sort of attached to, and then one of those, maybe the one that you were more focused on before, fell apart, and now you were in this state of wondering, well, okay, so what do I do now? But it's the other one is meant to survive. That one that has fallen apart is not for your best. But this person that has still left kind of in the wayside here, this is your person. This is your happiness, right? Enjoy it. They're the one that's there for you. They've stuck around through this transformation, through this thing that you've gone through, even if it's like in separate, like energetically, they've always been there for you. They're supportive of you. And maybe this whole Tower transformation shook apart that other one and it's fallen apart. But the one that remains there, because it's remaining there because it is true. It's a true, real, deep soul connection. So just trust in it. Just trust in it and enjoy it and go with it, because there is really nothing but the good things coming for you. You've kind of been through the worst of it. You've been through the most turbulent parts. And now there's nothing left but to heal and rearrange and enjoy what's coming in, because it's good stuff. Yeah. So hopefully that resonated with you. If it did, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear it. And hopefully thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you around soon. Bye.